Hi students, yesterday we explained about the dipole moment and applications of dipole moment. In the applications of dipole moment, in the applications of dipole moment, I gave 1 point dipole moment. I gave the one important point, and the next point is to determine to determine percentage of ionic character. Percentage of ionic character. Here, percentage of ionic character is calculated from the dipole moment. Percentage of ionic character. Here, percentage of ionic character is equal to percentage of ionic character is equal to mu observed by mu theoretical into 100, or here we can say sometimes it is given as mu experimental by mu calculated into 100, or here we can write this as mu experimental or observed by mu calculated means it is delta into D or delta into L by assuming that bond has 100% ionic. So 100% ionic into 100 means if you are taking HCl and in this the delta value magnitude of charge, here how we can calculate the delta means the charge of electron. If one positive charge is present or one, sorry, this is negative and this is positive, one negative charge is present, we can go for the charge that is 6.02 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. Okay, this type of charge calculation, sorry, it is 1.602 in 10 power minus 19 coulombs, or if you are taking in ESU, that is 4.8 into 10 power minus 10 ESU, that is the charge of electron. And here D means it is simply called as a bond length or bond distance. They may give in the angstrom units or centimeters or nanometers. Basing on that, you calculate the bond length, and this delta and D values are giving, and experimental bond energy value or calculated bond energy or observed bond energy value they definitely provide. Then we can calculate the percentage of ionic character, or from this we can calculate percentage of here percentage of covalent character also we can calculate. Here percentage of covalent nature or covalent character is equal to 100 minus percentage of ionic character. So from this we can calculate the percentage of covalent character also. So percentage of ionic character, if you know, then we can calculate the percentage of covalent character also. For calculating percentage of ionic character, this is the simplest and best formula. Mu observed, or sometimes they give experimental dipole moment value, or theoretical dipole moment, or calculated dipole moment value, or they provide the delta charge if they provide, okay, otherwise you take this one whether the given units, basing on the given units. And D means bond length, okay, bond length, and the charge of electron is considered. Then we can calculate the calculated value or theoretical value. From this we can get the percentage of ionic character. Next point, to determine geometrical isomers. In the isomerism concept also we will get this one. So that is geometrical isomerism can be calculated. And here generally geometrical isomers means we are having cis and trans isomers. What is cis and trans isomer means? I will give simply Here this is chlorine and this is hydrogen, and this is chlorine and this is hydrogen. So when two chlorine atoms are present in one plane, here this is a plane, and above the plane two chlorine atoms present, or two hydrogens present in same plane, this isomer is called as cis isomer. And trans isomer, if you are taking, the two chlorine atoms are present in opposite plane. Here this H and this is H. It is not carbon, this is chlorine atom. Okay, here if you see, two chlorine atoms are present in opposite plane. One is above, another one is below. And here I gave the bond moment. In this dipole moment, more electronegative is chlorine than carbon. Here also chlorine is more electronegative than carbon. So this is the dipole moment direction. So they are moving in the different direction. There is certain angle, and so here dipole moment is not equal to 0 for a cis isomer. And if a trans isomer is taken, the dipole moment is working in this direction, and here the dipole moment is working in this direction. Means the dipole moment is working in completely opposite directions. One is working in this direction, another one is working in this direction. Means suppose two dipoles are present, when the two dipoles are working in opposite directions like this. When they are working in opposite direction, they are cancelled to each other. They are cancelled to each other. So here mu is equal to 0. So generally, if a cis isomer is taken, they are having dipole moment, or their dipole moment is not equal to 0. And if a trans isomer is taken, their dipole moment is equal to 0. And one more point, remember, dipole moment increases, then boiling points also increases. When dipole moment is increasing, boiling points of the molecules also increases. And the next point here, suppose if there is another molecule, another type of molecule, means there is a C, and here double bond and C, and here there is a chlorine atom, and here there is a methyl group, and here there is a hydrogen, and here there is a hydrogen. Or we can write first cis isomer. Here there is a CH3, and here it is a hydrogen. So this is called as a cis isomer because two hydrogen atoms are present in same plane. Cis trans isomer means on the different carbon atoms, if one same type of atom or groups are present in one plane, that isomer is called as cis isomer. And trans isomer means if those same type of atoms are present in different planes, here chlorine and here it is methyl group. So in this more electronegative, which is more electronegative, how we can decide means this is sp3 carbon. CH3 carbon means sp3 carbon. C double bond means how many sigma bonds present? Check 1, 2, 3 sigma bonds. 3 sigma bonds present means this is sp2 carbon. Electronegativity order, if you are taking electronegativity, I gave that, or in the periodic table chapter you learned sp is more than sp2 is more than sp3. Means this is less electronegative than this carbon atom. So this is a more electronegative. So the bond electron move toward this carbon atom, and the dipole moment is in this direction. But in this carbon and chlorine, chlorine is more electronegative. So this bond moment is in this direction. Okay. So they are working in opposite direction. This is working in this direction, this is working in this direction. They made certain angle. Here, this is the angle possible. Okay, if you elongate this one, then you will get certain angle. And so here, dipole moment is not equal to 0. Suppose if trans isomer is taken, in this also same, this is sp3, this is sp2. So here also dipole moment, and here also we have a dipole moment. Both are working in same direction. They are working in same direction. When they are working in same direction, their dipole moment is maximum. Here it is high. This is having higher dipole moment, and this is having lower dipole moment. Okay, so in this type of examples, please remember, in this type of examples, trans and cis we have. This is a trans isomer. This isomer is called as trans isomer because H and H are present in opposite planes. But in this trans isomer dipole moment is 0, but here dipole moment is not equal to 0. Why? Because is their angle having some angle, but here it is having a maximum dipole moment which are with a 0 angle. So they have highest dipole moment. So please remember, in this type of example, we have highest dipole moment for the trans isomer. So here trans isomer has, so trans isomer has more dipole moment than cis isomer in this example, whereas in this type of example, cis has more than trans isomer. Cis has more than trans isomer. I think you know about this molecule. This is called as benzene. It is simply called as benzene. And on this benzene, here if there is a chlorine atom, and the adjacent position is called as ortho position, and this position is called as meta position, and this position is called as para position. Okay, one carbon atom, suppose this is considered as 1, the next carbon is 2, for example. So I am writing this as 1, and this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, 6. So please remember, 1 and 2 or 1 and 6 are commonly called as ortho positions. 1 to 2, 1 to 6, they are called as ortho position. Means this is also ortho position, and this is also meta position. This is also meta position. So 1 and 3, 1 and 5, they are called as meta positions. 1 and 4 are called as para positions. Means it is a relative position I am telling. So from the door, how much distance for me? We can say relatively. I am comparing with the door, the distance between me and the door, I am comparing like that. Similarly, here the distance of first carbon to second carbon or first carbon to sixth carbon is called as ortho positions. So the relative position, I am telling the relative position only. So in between two hands, or this hand is away from this hand. So this is relative. Or blue marker is away from the red marker. We can say relatively. If they are closer, blue marker is closer to red marker. So like that, here first carbon and second carbon, or first carbon and sixth carbon positions are called as ortho positions. And first carbon and third carbon, or first carbon and fifth carbon positions are called as meta positions. And first and fourth carbon positions are called as para positions. Why I am taking this means, it is also depending on dipole moment values. Suppose if you are having a benzene ring, here chlorine is present, here chlorine is present. This is a benzene ring. Instead of writing double bonds, we can write cyclic also. Okay, this is called as ortho dichlorobenzene. Ortho dichlorobenzene. Please remember, it is ortho dichlorobenzene. Why this is ortho? This is first carbon, for example. Then the adjacent position is called as ortho position. At two positions, what is present? Chlorine atoms only. So this is ortho dichlorobenzene. Next, I am writing another example. Here, this is a chlorine and this is chlorine. This is called as meta dichlorobenzene. Meta dichlorobenzene. Okay. And the third one I am writing here, this is chlorine and this is chlorine. Okay, this is chlorine. Then this is called as para dichlorobenzene. Para dichlorobenzene. Para dichlorobenzene. Para means 1,4 position. This is 1,3 position, this is 1,4. So instead of that, we can write 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4 dichloro also. IUPAC naming we will give later. 1, 2 dichlorobenzene, 1, 3 dichlorobenzene, 1, 4 dichlorobenzene also we can call. Then in these three compounds, Tell me which has highest dipole moment. They are asking that type of questions. In these three compounds, which has the highest dipole moment? Here, in these three compounds, which has highest dipole moment means, in these three compounds, this ortho position has the highest one, then meta position and then para position. Ortho means O and here M and here P. Just right, I wrote ortho, meta, para. Ortho, this is called as ortho, this is called as meta, this is called as para. Why this order we are giving? So I give a simple one reason logic, that is mu is inversely proportional to theta. This is the simplest relation. You please remember for writing this type of molecule answers. Mu is inversely proportional to theta. Here inversely proportional to theta how? Here the dipole moment is working in this direction because chlorine is more electronegative than carbon. Here also this is working in this direction. So both are working in this direction means so what is the angle between them? It is simply I am writing the angle between these two is 60 degrees. Okay, and here if you see in these molecules the dipole moment is working in this direction and the dipole moment is working in this direction. What is the angle between these two? Here if you see, this is the angle. Here the angle between these two, if you see, this is 120 degrees. This is 120 degrees. And here see, this is working in opposite direction. Here in this upward and this is downward. Here like this, they are working in opposite directions. One is upward, one is downward. Means this dipole moment is cancelled by the second one. So here the dipole moment of this molecule is simply 0. For the third compound, the dipole moment is 0. And for second and first, if we are taking, how we can compare means by theta. If theta is more, 120, 60, which is more? 120. Dipole moment is less. So in ortho and meta, here this is ortho, this is meta. It has more bond angle, so less dipole moment. And here it is having less bond angle, so more dipole moment. So this is the order when we have this type of groups. Okay. Next. Here chlorine. This is CH3 and here it is chlorine. And here this is CH3 and here it is chlorine. Again this is also called as orthochloro methyl benzene or toluene. Common name is toluene, methyl benzene or toluene. There is IUPAC name orthochloromethyl benzene and this is called as metachloro. This is called as parachloro. Now tell me, in these three compounds which has more dipole moment? In this I am writing first bond moment direction. This is the bond moment direction because this is sp3 carbon. Please check. CH3 carbon means always sp3 carbon. So this is sp3 carbon and this is sp2 carbon. More electronegative side, the bond moment occurs. And here this is in this direction. Okay, you can check it. If this is working in this direction, the dipole will be like this now. So the dipole will be like this. How much is the angle between these two? So here I am writing by extra plotting like this. Okay, then the angle between these two, the angle between these two will be 120 degrees. And here, if this is the direction order is taken, here this is working in this direction and this is working in this direction. Okay, then how much will be the angle? Here I am extra plotting like this. Then the angle between these two is 60 degrees only. And here both are working in one direction. See, like this. Here both are working in one direction. Means it is working in downward and this is also working in downward. Means when they are working in same direction like this, then there is zero angle. It has maximum dipole moment. So here mu is equal to maximum. When the angle is 0, the mu is maximum. And here in this 2, less angle, more dipole moment. So for these 3, what is the order means? I am writing here. For this molecule I am writing para is the highest. First one is para, and the next one is meta, and the next one is ortho. So this is the order for these 3 molecules. And next one, very important, NH3 and NF3 molecules. When you compare, NH3 molecule dipole moment is more than NF3 molecule. You may think fluorine is more electronegative, so it has more dipole moment, but wrong. It has lone pair, it also has lone pair. I am writing the structure. This is the NH3 molecule. So this is having a lone pair of electrons. And NF3 molecule I am writing, this is F and this is F and this is F and this is also having a lone pair on it. In these 2 molecules, NH3 has more dipole moment. Why? We will check it. Here I am writing the dipoles of each bond. Bond dipole I am writing. This is, nitrogen is more electronegative than hydrogen, so this is working in this direction, and this is also working in this direction, and this is also working in this direction. Okay, and the orbital always lone pair and central atom, if you are having orbital dipole, works always towards the orbital, means it is in this direction only. And here also this is working in this direction. And here nitrogen and fluorine is more electronegative. So this is working in downward. So this is the directions. Can you check this bond dipole and orbital dipole? Here bond dipole, please remember bond dipole. Bond dipole means simply NH bond. NH bond and orbital dipole. Orbital dipole. Bond dipole and orbital dipole. Orbital dipole means lone pair. Nitrogen to lone pair. Here, the orbital dipole, how we are writing? The nitrogen to lone pair. This is LP. LP means lone pair. Both are working in same direction now. Here, bond dipole upward, orbital dipole also upward. So what happens? The net dipole moment will be increased. The net dipole moment or total dipole moment of the molecule will be highest. So bond dipole and orbital dipole are in same direction. Same direction. So the net dipole moment is the highest. But in this, if you see, bond dipoles are downward, orbital dipole is upward. So when these 3 are downward and the orbital dipole is upward, then what happens? The cancellation, there is some cancellation occur. So the net dipole moment decreases. Net dipole moment is equal to decrease. So here bond dipole minus orbital dipole. So there is some decrease. But here what happens? Both are added. Both are working in same direction, so it will be multiplied. But here these 3 are cancelling orbital dipole, so here the dipole moment decreases. So always NH3 has more dipole moment than NF3. Please remember this, very, very important one. Okay. And the last order I am giving, so please remember this one also, that is a CH3Cl greater than CH2Cl2 greater than CHCl3 greater than CCl4. This is one order. It has the highest dipole moment. Another order CH3Cl greater than CH3F greater than CH3Br greater than CH3I. Why chlorine or carbon chlorine bond carbon fluorine? You may think fluorine has more electronegativity, so it has highest dipole moment. But because of small size, here why we are getting this type of order for this means this is important order. Please remember why we are getting this type of order means because we need to calculate mu is equal to delta into D. D means bond length. Bond length is less for this one. And delta is more okay, but D is less. So here the total value will become less. So CH3Cl is having higher mu value and next is CH3F. Okay, this is about dipole moment. Tomorrow we'll see some numericals.